On my last video about Kevin Franke, I told you about how he had apparently filed charges on Sherry Franke for entering his house and taking things. But I've got an update from Law and Crime, and it's pretty interesting. First of all, I do want to cover that I found out who two of the kids were with when Ruby Franke and Jody got arrested. Apparently, it was Pam Botcher, who is listed as the president of Connection. However, although Kevin is not the one speaking, his lawyer is saying quite a lot about the door being broken down, apparently, and this whole thing about Sherry and filing charges. So let me show you.
Was another Connections member who was taking care of two of Franke's children when she was arrested. Court documents state Pam Botcher, listed as the president of Connections, picked up two of Franke's kids in northern Utah at the time of her arrest. Franke and Hildebrand were arrested in Washington County in the southern part of the state, but the Franke family home is in Utah County, about 4 hours north. That's where court documents say surveillance video showed Botcher pick up the two kids. She later told police that she, quote, received a call from Ruby Franke, who told her that she had a family emergency and asked if Botcher could pick up the kids. But before police tracked down the children, they went to the family home in Springville. Later, police obtained a search warrant for the Franke family home, knocking down the front door. But for weeks, that taped-up front door was a mystery. Law and Crime Network even reported on it.
Now, I told you guys about how Kevin had apparently tried to report charges on Sherry, but Randy Kester seems to be painting a different story. Take a look at this.
Aware of what happened to the door.
I honestly don't know. He doesn't know. He wasn't there. He didn't know. None of the neighbors have reported that anyone came over, that they saw anyone just damaging the door. So he just honestly doesn't know. No one's told him.
Was anything missing from inside the house?
Well, I think some of the kids, the older kids, were in the home. So to his knowledge, he hadn't lived there for 13 months. So he doesn't know what was there. You know, he hasn't told me that he saw anything missing other than some personal papers. But other than that, he hasn't reported to me that anything was stolen. We've had this discussion and he says, I don't have any solid proof of who did it. All he knows is he's got to get it fixed again, and it was quite expensive.
Yeah, looks like a nice door.
You said it has to get fixed again. Was it broken prior to this?
No.
Oh, just
No.
get it fixed.
Get it fixed.
Yeah, okay.
Good catch.
But according to local reports, Kevin Franke allegedly reported electronics missing from the home. An officer's statement reads in part, quote, Kevin stated that Sherry, his oldest daughter, was not allowed in the home and that he believes she entered unlawfully. He wants her charged with burglary. But according to a statement from Randy Kester this week, that's not the case. Kester told Law and Crime Network Kevin and Sherry are, quote, working together on bygones and resuming a loving and healthy father-daughter relationship. Kester went on to say, quote, he is daily, nonetheless, enduring and devoting his time and effort into doing what's best for his kids, following the guidance of real professionals and hoping to put back together in a healthy and fostering environment. These statements echo what Kester told us in person.
There's a lot to be told. There's a lot of chapters in this book. And the more I dig into